Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Hearts of Iron 4 Unite the Anglosphere. At the end of the last episode, we ended up declaring war on Ireland. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, we ended up doing it. It's consolidate the British Isles. It's something in our focus tree. We just did it. So before we get started with the war in Ireland, we need to choose Salion. Where is that? Presume it's a colony of mine? Oh, it's over in India. Or, well, Sri Lanka. It is literally Sri Lanka. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that would be nice. That will be nice. I don't know actually what it'll do. In preparation of the massive invasion that will take place to return the Crown's control over India. I'm not super interested in doing that. What I would like to do is appeal to Imperial loyalists, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. This will allow us to start... This will allow us to instigate pro-British civil wars in former dominions, and then I'll be able to help out those people that are rising up on my behalf, in effect. General rearmament, yeah, that would be really good to do. Also, the BSA company. I think general rearmament probably is what we want to do. We want to start down that path. Yes, let's start doing that right now. Decisions are available. I do want to withdraw from this stupid stinking treaty. Industrial land appropriation. Yep, I'm going to take that opportunity. Yes, please. It will gain me war support down, and also stability down, but that's a price I'm willing to pay. Develop tungsten mines. Yeah. Absolutely. That's great. Yep, I will absolutely take that. So that means that we're going to be able to develop some tungsten mines, which means that we'll be good. We'll be really good. I was going to have these bombers do strategic bombers, but strategic bombing runs, but now I think I'm actually just going to get them to do close air support. Because if we do strategic bombing, then that will mean that we're going to destroy factories, and these are factories that I want to take advantage of. All right, I would fully expect us to win all of these fights. We've got the initiative. We're easily going to push them back. We've got control of the air. We've got control of the seas. Everyone's on strike alert or whatever. I don't actually know if Dublin has any, or if Ireland has any ships of any nature. I mean, we've certainly got a heck of a lot, but again, no real idea. Shadow Scheme factories taken in use. What fortuitous foresight we had. Indeed. Indeed. It's almost like I had a rough idea of what I wanted to do and then, you know, executed on it. Funny that, eh? Improved equipment blah 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 blah. You get it. You know what it is. Let's start researching it, sure. Yeah, I don't really know what Ireland's tech is like, but it sure as heck ain't very good if they're just getting absolutely cream crackered by me. I've got more troops, though. I've got more troops, and I've got the air superiority, so it is what it is, right? Tanks-wise, yeah, I think I'm kind of happy to leave that there. We do want to get more. Let's devote a couple more points to tactical bombing and also fighter bombing. Artillery we're not actually using at the moment. Dedicate more factories to... We'll dedicate 5 more factories to working on infantry equipment. That just seems like a good thing to do. We are at war. Oh yeah, I forgot that we did actually have an ally. We do actually have British Malaya. Doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, there's air wings that technically exist within the area. In fact, there's probably quite a few actually. Yeah, there's loads. I don't really think that we need to do this. Justification of conquering Oman is finished. That's great. We need to be careful about this though, because we don't want to gain low war, whatever it's called. But in all sincerity, we should probably go to war with Oman. There we go. So, who's in control of this army here? It's you. It's not actually anyone at the moment. Sure. You seem like the man for the job. All right, good. As I say, I don't think I'm particularly worried about any of the conflicts that that we're going to be involved in over the next wee while. Ireland has been defeated already? All right. I mean, sure. Take all states. I would like to do that. I mean, yeah, that is exactly what I would like to do. Yes, please. There we go. We took all of Ireland. Simple as that, to be honest. We will need to keep in mind that we will need to repress. We will need to. I mean, the resistance here will be. It won't be substantial, but it will be there. What I care about, though, is mostly. Okay, we've just got some infrastructure to repair, but that's fine. That's not going to take very long at all. What I mostly care about is the factories that we've unlocked, right? And actually, that's a fuel silo. So that's pretty darn good. Also, there's a couple of... There's a couple of resources that we've gained as well. Which is quite nice. We gained... Well, actually, all we gained was a little bit of steel. But whatever. Yeah, we don't need to actually do anything anymore. Just take you guys off everything. There we go. Alright. Mission completed there, to be honest. Mission completed. Beautiful. I think I can set these guys up to do resistance. What is it? It's oh, Oman is completed as well. Oh, what the heck is this? Take Oman. Take all states. There we go. Right, done. Alright, great. Okay, so, I am now actually starting to create a little bit of world tension myself, but that's not a problem. If we have a little look at the resource map mode, resources have become important. We're now going to be getting a whole bunch more oil, which is going to be really, really good. You're suffering from a whole bunch of attrition at the moment, which is not cool. We've also gained a little bit of extra factory stuff over here. Resistance is 0, and it is also -6% at the moment. Presumably that's because of my troops stationed here at the moment. That's not going to last forever. I do want to move these troops out of here. Is there any way that I can see this modifier? There's a resistance map mode. I know that. Where's the resistance map mode? No. Okay. Look, 0% at the moment. -9%. Mostly that's because of my troops that are still in place over there, but that's fine. We'll address that. We'll address that a little bit later. Do I want to fabricate? Not fabricate. Do I want to attack anyone else? Maybe Yemen, to be honest. Maybe Saudi Arabia. Justify a war goal against Saudi Arabia. I mean, we are in the vicinity, right? Same with Oman. I feel like justifying against Saudi Arabia would be pretty darn good. Sure. Justify on everyone. 45 political power. It'll take a wee while, but we will do it. Maybe if we can take the entirety of the Middle East, we can just starve everyone else of fuel. That's my plan. Japan declared war on the Japanese People's Republic. That is interesting. Let me have a little look. Let me first select some more research. Yep, sure. But what the heck is happening over here? Oh my goodness, the Japanese People's Republic. It's a legitimate communist Japan. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Okay. War support is back up at 42%. Stability is pretty darn high. The United Chinese Front. I have no idea what that is. An unstable alliance. So you are in an alliance with Xinjiang and Communist China. How very interesting. I also don't think I've ever seen that. But presumably there's going to be a couple, you know, the Guangxi clique. Maybe they'll join up. It's like I'm a soothsayer. What about Shaanxi? Shaanxi's going to be next. That's my prediction. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a big one. German Reich declared war on Czechoslovakia. The Kingdom of Romania joined the French dude. So that means Germany's now at war with France. Or not? No, I thought that... No, hold on a minute. France isn't... Bulgaria joined the Axis. That means that definitely France is going to be at war with Germany now, right? But it doesn't look like it. Alright, so Bulgaria is going to be going up against Romania and Czechoslovakia. I'm expecting Germany to just steamroll over Czechoslovakia and therefore the Republic of Hungary, because Hungary is a puppet of Czechoslovakia. Shaanxi. Called it. Did I not call it? We could actually look at maybe justifying against the Netherlands, maybe nipping in there quickly. But I'm not particularly interested in doing that at the moment. I do want to try and get these all fixed up, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. Military parade in British Malaya? Nah, don't need to. I do need to try and withdraw from this stinky naval treaty. But also, I suppose if the United States is still technically in the naval treaty, I think. I think it's just me and the US, to be honest. Oh, what is this? Saudi Arabia gets Edward angered by posturing. Interesting. I don't really care, to be honest. Saudi Arabia is Saudi Arabia, right? I do want to develop those oil fields. It's gonna be very, very cool. Alright, actually, in the African theater, I need to get you. I need to get you guys, the Sudanese force. I'm gonna combine you together. Gonna combine you and you for now. Under that guy. Yep. And then that guy can... Yep. Stick you up there. And then these guys can consolidate under that guy. And we'll give you a front line over here. Actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do that at all. I want to delete that order. Don't do this, please. I want you to go around here. I don't want to take attrition. Desert plus 20%. Oh my goodness, that's not something that I want to even consider. But it is what it is, you know. Either way, we're prepping for war in Saudi Arabia. We're quite far away, but whatever. We can wait, really. There's no particular rush. Meanwhile, though, there is a rush to do something over here. Could get the forward operating base. Isolate the Mediterranean threat. I do want to get the appeal to loyalists. Bring the dominions back into the fold. Let's do isolate the Mediterranean threat, followed by the appeal to the loyalists. I think that's probably important. Alright. Great. And then let's get offensive lines drawn up. I guess we'll just try and split the country. There we go. So we'll do that. And then these guys are going to be chilling out over here. I'm going to give them a relatively small front line. It is extremely hot in this desert. I'm hoping that they're not going to have attrition once they're finished moving. I think the supply in this area should be totally fine. Yeah, it's just that he's moving at the moment, which is what's giving him attrition. Ready, sir. But that's fine. Ready. Right, good. So, we've got a little front line over there. The fact that he's got troops in the desert is not going to help him at all. We will get an offensive line, which will probably run us through the desert, but that is what it is, right? So we'll have an offensive line, something like that. I think that's probably making the best out of a bad situation. Just don't want to wear anyone down too much because, you know, the desert is a pretty miserable place to be. 1939, we're not quite ready for any of these extra excavation technologies or whatever, but that's not a problem. Working on that. Good, good, good. Everything's looking fine. Maintenance company. You know what? I do actually want to change around. I want to change around that tank brigade draft that I've had for a long time. So we got 2 artillery. We should have an anti-air at the back. I mean, it's not the most efficient group, don't get me wrong. In fact, it's pretty inefficient, all things considered. However, it is going to be pretty darn powerful. There we go. Desert Rats Armored. Tank destroyer, support equipment. Have we not got enough support equipment? We should have everything, yeah. We just need some more artillery pieces. Alright, that's fine. We can increase tank production a little bit as we go. Maintenance company. Yeah, you know what? I would love to get maintenance company upgraded. We're slightly ahead of time though, so I'm not going to do that. Special forces, mountain infantry. I mean, we are going to be fighting a lot in mountains if we're in the Middle East. What about generic special forces? What do these guys do? Hot acclimatization factor. Enables mountaineers unlocked free division template. Yeah, but these guys are special forces. I don't know why they count as special forces, but I'll unlock special forces. I guess that seems like something that's kind of fun to do whilst we're waiting for other technology slots. Unit unable to move to a province along its path. Doesn't particularly matter to me. I guess that's probably because of uncrossable mountains. But hey ho. No bother. You're working on your extra research slot. That's a little bit of a shame because you're about to be put out of business. Air superiority. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think we probably want to continue. Ground support. Sure, we'll get that. Just want to continue along the same paths. Resistance is futile, and also it's going quite well for us. Let's get everyone back to garrison area. Don't really want to guard air bases or that. Just assign them to the garrison area, and they shall dispatch them over there. Perfect. As I say, if resistance ends up not being futile, then I will address that. But until then, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, we're actually building up a significant amount of fuel, which means that we can go into this, turn on a little bit of Navy exercising. Okay, everyone's declaring war on Japan. That's fine. We got 148 days of fuel. Truthfully, I thought we'd have enough fuel at this point to run our fleet. That was the shortest war I think I've ever seen in my life. Weekly stability. I mean, stability is already pretty darn high, to be honest. We could do this. I mean, it's only temporary. Don't get me wrong. It is only temporary. Military parade in British Malaya. And free civilian factories. Holy cow. Do we want to build more civilian factories? We're getting to the point where we've got a heck of a lot of civilian factories, and I'd rather just straight up build regular military factories rather than building a civilian factory and then converting it. So I think we do actually want to do that. We don't have the ability to build synthetic oil refineries, but even a couple of them might actually not be the worst thing in the world. Let's build a couple of military factories. And by a couple, I mean a good couple. The proper definition of a couple. Obviously more than a couple. Okay, so a lot of military factories to be built. And that will further help us. You have fallen ill again. Honestly. Disappointing me. Disappointing me. Calls for war against Saudi Arabia. Yep, you do indeed. Edward knows his stuff. We are indeed calling for war against Saudi Arabia. We're only a third of the way through there. They've still got good opinion of me. Let me be brutally honest, that is somewhat surprising. Improved equipment conversion, that's always good. That's just a sort of a last-ditch scenario. I do want to get synthetic oil experiments. Again, that takes... That's a big industrial... It's a big industrial research project. But it would be good. Fuel gain from refineries plus 50%. That's just a straight modifier right there. So that's not exactly a bad thing to do. Is there any other, like, military modifiers? I don't think there will be, to be honest. Industrial modifiers, yeah. Modifiers to industrial research tech. I don't think there is. I don't really think that we can get any more. So I think we just need to suck it up and go for it. And it's going to suck. It's going to take a heck of a long time. Almost as long as justifying on Saudi Arabia. Who would have thunk it? But that's something that we're going to have to deal with. Yeah, so we're currently burning through a whole bunch of points in order to get Navy experience. We can start doing 50 research to gain 150% research speed. Like, we've got a lot of naval points. We've got a cap. We also have a cap here. We should start using these command points. I did initially start to use them to try and get... Sure. There we go. I initially tried to get some points assigned to hopefully spend some of our command power, but it's not actually that big of a deal. We lose a little bit by maxing it out. Meh, whatever. The daily gain is actually substantial, 0.5, so we're going to be capping out fairly regularly on that, I would imagine. But yes, we're ready to go to war with Saudi Arabia. Do we want to justify against... Need 4 more political power. That's going to take a while to do, and it is going to raise world tension by 7%. But it would also, as I say, be really, really good to get Iran and Iraq, because then we lock up all of the oil production. And also it gives us a way into India, which would also be fantastic. Yeah, so once we've sewn up the Middle East, we'll think about going after Italy. Going after Italy is actually not so much about going after continental Italy, because I don't think there's much chance that we can go after continental Italy. Where is it? Isolate the threat in the Mediterranean. Yeah. Take out the Regia, whatever. Gain a puppet focus war goal against Italy. Yeah, it's less going to war against Italy major and more just about her colonies and her territories around the world. Because Ethiopia is, I mean, this is most of it's our area, so we're gonna look to get in there. Not much we can really do at the moment. What with France controlling a whole bunch of Africa, it looks a lot more than it actually is, thanks to the desert. But hey ho, how are things going in the war against Germany? I think it seems to be going pretty well for France. They've pushed Germany back a little bit. Germany doesn't have much chance. German Reich abandons Italy. This will benefit us greatly. I mean, It will benefit us greatly. However, it will not benefit us in terms of now that Germany doesn't have Italy at their side, their defense against France is going to be substantially challenging. So much so that it makes me think we might actually need to go for an alliance. So we might actually need to go for an alliance with Germany in order to get them saved, in order to save them, really. Well, that's something that we're going to have to think of and deal with in the next episode, because that's it for now, ladies and gents. Thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Oman Potato. This has been Hearts of Iron for Unite the Anglosphere. I'll see you next time. Bye.